Understanding the real estate market is crucial for yourself as a homeowner or investor, but of course also as a realtor providing great quality service to your clients. At the time of this video, my market here in Ontario, Canada is correcting to say the least, but buyer's market, seller's market, balanced market, or in this case, moving market, we always need to be aware of the stats. If you're a realtor, and most of my audience on this channel is, you understand that knowledge is huge, but equally as important is communication. If you are at a listing appointment, you could be throwing all the stats in the world at them, but if your communication isn't there, the connection won't be made. The beautiful thing is, and the reason why you are here, is that knowledge is power, and the confidence that comes with being knowledgeable about the market and learning makes your communication 1,000 times better. In the description below is my buyer and seller logistics in action course from A to Z, specific to here in Ontario, Canada. I always suggest brand new agents go through that course first, even if you don't have a client. At the beginning, you are prospecting 4 hours a day, and that's amazing, but I also suggest be learning about the market at least 1 to 2 hours a day as well, because if you're not knowledgeable, that won't start to shine through, your confidence won't be there, and your clients will recognize it. So look for that in the description below. It's a discounted link as well for the time being, but let's dive right into the computer so we can understand this moving market and relay it to our clients. Okay guys, we're just at my matrix here, and I just went search and then residential. And from here, best way to do it is we're just going to go over to stats. And what we're doing here is we're just trying to find out stats to relay to our clients and stay up to date in the market. Because if you've watched videos before of people telling you what's happening in the market, that's fine, but no one's like showing you how to do it. So that's why you guys are here, right? So you want to go customize first, and we'll come back to that in a second. You have time frame, statistics, and grouped by. For this beginning, let's just choose something like your area, right? You'll probably won't do it so broad, depending on who your client is, of course. But let's say we choose Waterloo region, which is quite broad. But let's say our clients are searching everywhere in Waterloo region. Time frame, let's just choose 12 months. You can go all the way past 5, 10 years if you like, which is very, very cool for some interesting statistics. But let's say 12 months, and let's just choose a popular one to start. Let's say sale price median. We'll go grouped by, and this is just for the column. Month sounds good, and that's just how it will show. And then we'll go generate that to see what it looks like. Right away, you're going to see some interesting stats, which you're probably already aware of, but just didn't know how to find them within Matrix. As you can see that it is a pretty steady decline. And if you've had clients that purchased here, this is very unfortunate to a certain extent with what's happening in the market. But if you've had clients that purchase here, which I had, they were like praising you and everything and being like, our house is now worth X amount come February of 2022. And you just tell them, hold on, you're in it for the long term, is what you tell everyone. But as you can see, we're already underneath a sale that happened August 2021. That's going back a long way. So it's pretty steep decline in our area, but that's just we're more just trying to learn how to do this stuff, less caring about the market. And it bases down here, gives you some nice stats. And we'll get a bit deeper into this because you can add more and refine more. But this is based on over 10,000 listings. And you can head over here to the data. And you can print it off as a CSV as well. It shows you every year now here to the right. And you can export this and have it with your presentation or a few more. You probably want a bit more detailed, right? So let's go back to search. And let's say your niche, for instance, is condos, right? So now you're going to come over here and you're going to go condominium. And you're going to go condo unit. And let's say leave it there for now for a second, but you can go even deeper. And now just go back. All you have to do is generate now. You're still in Waterloo region, right? You can change that as well. And let's go generate. Let's see the difference here because first of all, there's interesting stats. Condos will be different than every single property, of course. But then you can like look, okay, you're looking closer here. 550 was what looked like the peak, and now we're around 425. Interesting. Okay, you could even go back further. Let's go back to that search further. Let's say your client's 100% is going to be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. There just has to be a 2-bed, 2-bath. And so that means you put it straight in. Again, if you're searching, and if you're not used to Matrix, if you're searching, always put 2+. But for the sake of this video, we're just trying to find statistics for someone who just exactly wants a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And we go generate again, and it will just mix up your stats. And then you just get a little bit more refined, don't you? You're like, okay, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Condos in April was at its absolute peak at 665. And now as we sit in July of 2022, we're at 458, right? So you can go to the data. And as you can see, it shows right below, shows every single month, of course, but it shows what you're refined it to. right? You went Waterloo region, condo, condominium, 2-bed, 2-bath. And now you have these stats here that you can show. For instance, at the peak, so we're looking at an April peak for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo in Waterloo region, and now we're sitting at 458. Interesting knowledge to have. You can even just quickly do the stats on them on this, right? You just find out the difference. So you go 458,000, and then just to find out the difference, because they'll probably want to know this difference as well, or you just want to know it so you can relay. And we have probably about just over a $200,000 difference. And then this number at 207 can just be now divided by the 665 to find out a percentage, because some people like to see this decrease. This was a 31.1% decrease since April, right? And that's what you're seeing out there. These are the stats you're seeing out there, but you're kind of doing it for yourself, aren't you? Some other amazing stuff you can do. So let's go clear. Let's say you didn't want to do, you weren't condos, you weren't anything, but you're just looking for stats in the general area. Some interesting stats for sure. Let's just keep it the same. Let's go 12 months. But let's choose something a bit more interesting, right? So let's go close price to list price ratio. We'll choose that one, and we'll start getting rid of some stuff. So over here, I'm just clicking command to get rid of that. And command, let's say I wanted row townhouse and duplex. I'm pressing command again. Of course, you press shift to get it all. So you're down here, and that would get it all. But let's say you don't want it all. You just click command to get rid of them. And come down here, same thing. We no longer want that, but we will keep it in Waterloo region just for the sake. But of course, let's get rid of beds and bathrooms at 2 each. And now let's go grouped by. Let's bring this back to month and close price ratio. Let's just see, because this is what clients were looking at for the longest time, right? They were looking at, okay, well, the house is listed for $699. Why am I not getting it for that price, right? And as you can see, all the way back to August, let's just call it $1 million home. So now on average, $1 million home was selling for 1.1, right? And it stayed pretty consistent. And then of course, in the peak, it was selling for, let's say, 1.265, right? If it was $1 million home. And now, as you can see, we're about even. So if you start to see homes, of course, it goes up and down, but the average now is that what you're seeing a home list for is probably what it's going for, right? So interesting stats to have. But let's add an advanced option, because if we want more stats, you can do dual, right? So second one, let's say we want something even more fun, which is days on market. So days to sell, basically the median days on market, because we know homes were selling fast, or at least they were being sold as fast as they wanted to, if you know what I mean, right? So now when you generate, you can just put them side by side if you want to do a couple at once. And as you can see, days on market, just so steady as people held offers for like 6, 7 days, right? And then now they're staying up 8, 9, 10, 13 plus, right? And as you can see, home prices, or this comes down, as in now homes are selling for what they're listed for, and they're staying on the market longer. Just some interesting stats there, guys. You can go so deep into this stuff, which is so fun. You can even, like, I like the columns, but of course you can do lines, smooth lines, area, smooth area, all types of stuff like that. And you can go way deeper. You can go back 5, 10 years, which is interesting data. And of course, let's say you did like this data and you wanted to put it together in a presentation, just export as CSV and it just pops right up. And you can put a couple of these together in your presentation just to show them the stats, or email to them, anything like that. So amazing program here. You can go deep into it. You don't just have to watch YouTube videos of people gathering stats. Find it out specific to your area and specific to your niche. Okay, we'll see you right out of the computer. Okay, I really hope that helped, guys. Knowledge is power. Utilize Matrix. I refer to it as the Bible for realtors. It's one of our most valuable tools. And again, if you're interested in understanding the complete transaction specific to here in Ontario of the buyer and seller side, look for that course in the description below. You can learn in a week what takes average licensed agents months, years, or some never even learn. Take back that control, empower yourself, and have it to refer back to when needed. The link is in the description below, like mentioned, and it's a value link for the time being for the YouTube family. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions at all, you can DM, email, comment on this video. I get back to everyone. My name is Callum Moore, eXp Realty real estate agent here in Ontario, and we'll see you in the next one.